the 2020 National Signing Day. We're fortunate to have 5 student athletes up here to sign on this special day. At this time, Dr. Sanders is going to come and give a word of encouragement. Thank you.
Thank you so much for being here. I'm going to be brief so we can get to the good part, but I just wanted to say on behalf of all of Cougar Nation, we are so proud of you guys. You have spent 12 years perfecting this, being scholar athletes, and that we are so proud to have you sign and go to the next level. I just want you to remember that when you sign your name, you're committing to excellence for the next 2 to 4 years. So make sure that the work ethic, the drive, and the commitment, and the excellence you've shown here at Centennial, we continue to the next level, and we are so proud of you. I also want to acknowledge our coaches. Coaches play such a role in the lives of young people. So not only do you guys invest in our kids, but you are just a paragon of excellence for us. So a round of applause for our coaches. And finally, to the parents. As parents, you have invested in your children for 12 years. All of the late nights, all of the practices, the cleaning of the knees, the drying of tears. You have worked so hard as they have, to get them here. And so as they sign their name, you're there as well. So just parents, enjoy this moment because you have worked so hard and you will continue to support. And we want to acknowledge your role in this, and we are so proud to be able to witness this today. So thank you, students, thank you, parents, and thank you so much to our coaches.
Before Coach Baughman comes up here and introduces the 2 baseball players, I kind of want to say the same thing. You guys sitting out here, these guys not only excelled in the field, but they excelled in the classroom. Now when you get an athletic scholarship, the academics play a huge role. Me being in this business for a while now, one of the first things when recruiters come in and they want to see a transcript. How are they in the classroom? Okay. How's their attendance? What's their work ethic? Okay. And then finally, at the very end of this process, then they talk about their athletic ability. So there's a lot more things that you got to take care of than just being an athlete. And it's a great example. These 5 up here represent Centennial community, knowing that they're student athletes. Student part comes first. We're very proud of each and every one of them. And we hope you guys out here in the crowd notice it and have goals and want to work for it and be up here also one day. So at this time, Coach Baughman is going to come and introduce his 2 guys.
Thank you, Coach Kreisky. I'm a little nervous. This is the first time I've been up here, so bear with me for a minute. The first one I want to talk about, actually I want to congratulate, is this on? I want to congratulate all of them before we get going. But the first one I want to talk about is Brayden Woods. Brayden Woods came to us last year from Page. I still remember when we were playing a JV game, and I might have been coaching first base that game. And he came over and he said, "Hey coach, guess what?" I said, "What?" And he said, "We got rezoned to come to Centennial and I'm going to come." And I thought, okay, yeah, I've heard that before and I won't worry about that until I see you enrolled in school. And sure enough, when the summer came around, he enrolled in school at Centennial and was there at the first day of the tryouts, and I was so excited to see him there. And just to go from there, I'll tell you one more story about Brayden. When we started the season, he didn't get a chance to start because we had a senior in front of him. But never once did he hang his head, never once did he say, "Why not? Why can't I play? Why can't I play?" He just kept asking me, "How can I get better? How can I get on the field?" And when he finally did get on the field, he produced like nobody's business. And it was so great to see. But unfortunately, as if you've ever played baseball, you'll see how things go in the baseball world. It was very up and down, and he got to a point where he wasn't playing much near the end of the season. And I talked to him during the whole thing because never once did he put his head down. Never once did he complain. He learned to be a team guy. And after the season, he and I had a conversation. He said, "Coach, thank you for what you did because you taught me what it is to be a member of a team. And when you go play baseball, as much as it is an individual sport, you have to be a great teammate. And he learned that. And now that I watch him in the weight room, I see him during workouts. It's absolutely fantastic to see how far he's come. And I think they're going to get a great, not only a great baseball player, but a great student and a great person. So I'm really looking forward to Brayden this year. So Brayden, if you'd like to say a few words, I'm going to put you on the spot, so you're not going to be able to say no. So Brayden, thank you for all you've done. Come on up and say a few words.
I just want to say thank you to my family, friends, and coaches for being here. It's been a long journey and a hard process throughout this, but I'm here, and I wouldn't be here without all you guys. So I just want to say thank you.
The second one I get to talk about is Alec Beaman. And before I go on to Alec, it's kind of crazy having Brayden and Alec up here because I think, Brian, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they started playing together at 5 and 6. It was something like that. So these two and my son, they've been playing together since they were 5 or 6 years old. And then Brayden went on, obviously, to other things, but Alec and my son have kind of grown up together. So this is kind of a unique experience for me to be up here talking about Alec. Watching him from just probably this high, playing coach pitch, where we pretty much dominated everywhere we went. It really wasn't fair, to be honest with you, with these three guys. But Alec was always the one who stood out. Alec was always the one that would be the fastest kid on the team, or play the hardest, or be the dirtiest. And he usually wasn't dirty from just sitting on the dirt. It was from, like Jack, he usually just sat in the dirt. Alec was the one playing and sliding and doing the things the right way. Alec is, I think Alec started for 4 years here at Centennial. He's been on the varsity since he's a freshman. I don't know if he started all 4 years, but he was a freshman on the varsity, played quite a bit on the varsity. And to watch him grow over these 4 years has just been really, really cool, because not only has he gotten bigger, stronger, faster, like they say, but he's grown into a great young man. The one thing that I really admire about Alec is off the field, because it never failed. I'd always walk in the locker room before I go down to the JV game, and there was always one person in the locker room, and it was Alec Beaman. And Alec was usually doing physics or stats, or on the computer trying to get his homework done. Or we'd be at the kickoff, and Alec's over there all by himself on the computer. I said, Alec, what are you doing, man? I said, Coach, I gotta get in my homework. I gotta get it done. So there's a reason he's going to UT Martin, and there's a reason that he's going for pretty much nothing, because his academics are out of this world. So UT Martin is awful lucky to get a guy like Alec, that not only, again, like Brayden, not only is a fantastic young man and a fantastic baseball player, but just an absolutely fantastic student. So Mom and Dad, I don't think you got anything to worry about his grades. And he'll learn it's a little bit more work when he gets up there, but hopefully we prepared him well. So I'm really proud to say congratulations, Alec. I'd like you to come up and say a few words since you're so chit-chatty. Congratulations.
I'd like to start off by thanking God for giving me this opportunity. I'd like to thank my family. They're always there for me. Thank my coaches, helped me become a better baseball player as well as a person. And I'd like to thank my teammates who are always there, making me laugh, pushing me to do my best. And congratulations to the rest of you.
Coach Harris is going to come up and talk about swimming. Thank you.
I'm Coach Colin Ferris. I'm the swim coach for Centennial. I've been here for the better part of 6 years. As a high school coach, a lot of times you only get to see guys or girls for about 4 years, but I was lucky enough to coach Reese when she was younger at the club level, so I've been a coach of Reese's for the past 6 years. I've been able to see her perform at the next level and be able to step up. She's a little quiet sometimes, but she's a really big competitor. Ever since her freshman year, she has always stepped up for our team at Centennial, has been top 8 and top 16 at the state level in individually and as on relays. And so I look forward to seeing you perform at the next level, being a Red Hawk, and congratulations. And if you'd like to say something, you can come up here.
I would like to thank my friends and family for helping me throughout this journey, and of course to my coaches for always being there and supporting me, giving me the time that I need.
Back up here again. We're fortunate to have 2 guys sign this year, our football group of seniors. Hopefully we'll have a couple more after signing day. But these 2 young men are, we're fortunate. One of them we have for 2 years, and another one we got in this summer. First one I'm going to speak about is Forrest Dengler. You can't say enough about this young man. His work ethic. When he came into us, again, like when you get a transfer, you're thinking, oh, okay, maybe get some playing time, maybe something will work out. But when you see this young man practice, the things that he does in the weight room, in the classroom, and on the field, he goes 100 miles an hour at all times. There's numerous times during practice we were trying to slow it down, and you see, here comes Forrest flying across the field, taking somebody out. But that's who he is. He's going to do something. He's going to have his mindset. He's going to do something. He's going to give it 100 miles an hour. And his work ethic after the football season, most of the time, seniors, they'll lay off a month or 2, or maybe they'll start working out again after spring break or in the summer. He's in there every day. When I'm leaving around 5 o'clock, he's still in there. Forrest, it's time to go home. Don't you have something else to do? No, sir. No, sir. Very respectful, polite young man. Just like I told Coach Keckler at Lindsey Wilson, he's getting a steal. He is getting a steal because I have no doubt in my mind this young man, by the time his second year rolls around, he's going to find a place on the field, if not next year. Because he's going to keep working and keep working until he gets on the field. And all you young guys, especially football guys that saw him, this is something to work for. When you have your mindset towards the goal and you want to accomplish something, it takes work. Okay, it's not going to happen overnight. You got to continue to work, and Forrest is a great example of that. So, congratulations, Forrest. And I don't know if you want to say anything or not. If you would like to come up here and thank anybody, you're more than welcome to. It's very exciting.
I really just want to thank my family, especially my mother, my coaches, my Lord in heaven, blessed me, specifically in this case. Thank you.
We were fortunate today, just like Coach Baughman, I think this is the first 5 this year that we've had signed, and usually we have a group that want to talk. We got to get them time limit. This year is not the case. I asked every single one of them about speaking. They all said no way. So I'm glad they're getting up here and saying something. Hopefully this last one will. Last student athlete we have signed, he signed with Bethel University. He had numerous options. And what I like about him, he took time this past summer. He visited numerous camps. His decision didn't happen overnight. It's just not. He's not up here just to sign. This is something that he's set forth, you know, his entire career, his sports career. You know, we were fortunate to get him 2 years ago from Spring Hill. You know, and he can tell you, I stayed on him the past 2 years, and there was good days with Des, and there were bad days. But he knows that I saw the potential in him and what he has. And I knew that he wanted to go to the next level, and that was his goal. So there were times, you know, he struggled. He had a battle with shoulder injury, you know, and his first year was coming in, you know, if you know Des, he's not a very talkative person. So coming into a new locker room, a new setting, a new atmosphere, it was different for him. So everything was different. But you know what I enjoyed seeing this year with Des, seeing that smile, seeing him goofing off in the locker room, seeing that other side of Des, because he's a competitor. He wants to win, and one thing that I noticed about him, when he's not a selfish young man, but when he's not having success, he gets upset. Not at his team, not at his coaches, but he wants to be successful in everything that he does, and he's hard on himself. And that's a good trait to have, because he wants to be successful in whatever he does, not only on the football field, but in the classroom, in the community. So it was great. We were fortunate to have him the past 2 years. And one thing about this season, you know, he struggled with the shoulder injury. He could have easily, week 5, week 6, he could have cashed it in, you know, knowing that, you know, we were probably not going to make the playoffs this year, but he fought through it. He fought through the pain because he wanted to be out there with his team. He bought into what we're doing here at Centennial, and it was good. You know, it made us coaches proud, you know, to see that over the 2 years of him. You know, 'cause you see nowadays, you know, student athletes knowing that they're going to go on somewhere else. And, hey, I'll sit back and watch my team. No, he didn't do that. He fought to the very end with us until he couldn't go anymore. And that's what I loved about him. We're gonna miss him. I'm gonna miss his smile because when he does smile, it's a good one. But he was great, and we were very fortunate to have him the past 2 years. And again, hopefully he'll come up here and say 2 or 3 words for us. Come on, Dan.
I want to say thank you to my parents, my family, and all the people that came. And I want to say thank you to the coaches and my teammates and like everybody at Centennial for accepting me when I first got here ever since. And that's pretty much it.
Again, before they sign the sheet of paper, you know, it's what while they're up here, it's what they did in the classroom. I want all you underclassmen to realize that, okay? Because they start looking at transcripts your freshman year. They don't wait until you're into your junior year or your senior year. It starts at your freshman year. So guys, if you want to be up here, keep that in mind, all right? We would love to have more, okay? So at this time, guys, if you don't mind grabbing your pen and signing the paper in front of you, we congratulate you and good luck. We know that you're going to represent the Centennial community well.